got Dominique. Yeah, man. What's going on, bro?
How you doing? How you doing? I'm doing good.
Hey, man, you beat your older brother here, man.
No, I don't know what he's doing. I'm waiting for him.
It's all good. It's all good, man. Man, hey, while we're here, man, tell them a little bit about you, man, and your record and I think you're at 126 pounds. I know you're 5-0 with 4 knockouts, man. But give them something about you.
I mean, my name is Dominic Valle. I'm 5-0, 4 knockouts. I'm an up and coming prospect. I fight out of Tampa, Florida, and I got a lot of amateur experience with the national ranks and things like that. I was formerly ranked #1 in the nation. So I mean, I only did that with 20 something fights, so it all showed my skills showed pretty early.
Yes, indeed, man. And we got Marquez Valle in the building, 7-0, 6 knockouts, man. I believe you're fighting at 154. Could you tell them a little bit more about you as well? He fell out, man. It's all good. It's all good. He's over there. What's going on, Coach Nelson?
What's going on, guys? How you doing, Papi? How you doing?
Good. How are you, Coach?
I'm doing good, brother. Here, man. Happy to have you guys here on Cano Loco's page, man.
I'm happy to be
here. It's a pleasure having you guys here, man.
Thank you.
I was gonna say something, man, but listen, man, I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna say this because this is the truth, man. The one that caught my attention first was you, Dominique. You're the first one that caught my attention, and then later Marquez caught my attention.
Why is that? Why was that first?
Man, because, bro, how can I put this to where it doesn't come off like crazy and shit like that, man? Like, I was looking at the both of y'all, because y'all usually fight on the same date. I live in Florida, too. I'm real close friends with Coach Nelson.
Yeah, yep.
Man, how do I explain it? Both of y'all are very skilled.
Right.
But my initial... I'll wait till he come on in here. Hold on.
There we go.
When I first watched both of y'all fight, and this was initially, this wasn't like current right now.
Right.
Initially, when I first saw both of y'all fight, I felt that Dominique had more boxing skills than Marquez.
Yeah. We hear that a lot.
Damn.
But I felt that Marquez has that extra gear. You know what I'm saying? Like, both of y'all got great things going for you, man. And his last fight, Marquez's last fight, that's when I was like, oh shit, wait a minute, he can box too.
Yeah.
So it was a matter of me getting more film study to realize that kind of shit, man. But that was my initial thoughts at the beginning, man. Marquez, tell them a little bit about you though.
What's up? Well, I'm on vacation right now. Small vacation.
You in New York?
Yeah. I was in the city. I just came out to, what is it? Catskills Mountains or something? Yeah.
Catskills.
Yeah. So I'm here for a few more days before I get back to training for my next fight. I mean, I'm still training, but what's up, Nelson? I didn't say what's up.
I'm doing good, Papi. I'm happy that you're here. I was telling that to your brother. I'm glad that you guys are here. I had to speak to your coach before anything. He's a well-respected man. Kind of really quick also, these two gentlemen here are also trained by Mark. Mark is a very good friend of mine since back in the days. And just to put it out there, Mark is a great coach. Mark has done a lot for boxing. Yep. And let me just tell you something for a lot of people that don't know this and is online. Mark was the one that started off Edgar Berlanga. And that's the honest truth. He started Edgar with the whole streak of knocking out people and everything. I mean, they know him since he's been small. He also worked with Josue Vargas also. He's worked with all those guys out there. And it happened to be that Pro Box got him. And these two boys right here that are gifted fighters, it's actually, they're with Mark, and they in the right way, because Mark is a coach. And let me tell you something, he don't fuck around, he don't beat around the bush, he tells you like it is, and he doesn't sugarcoat shit. He's not a dick rider. He tells you the way it is, and this is the way he wants to be. These kids, as a matter of fact, the little one was great sparring with Christopher Diaz. We sparred him a couple of times, which me and Christopher was amazed with it, because as Christopher he's 29 and,
I'm
and,
not
and
surprised.
4. He's an elite fighter, and all of a sudden you got this kid in the third, fourth, fifth, sixth. Like, bro, this kid don't stop. What the fuck? And of course,
I'm not
comes,
surprised at all.
that
I
comes
knew
that
the day
comes
I set
from
eyes on him.
they're hard workers. The 147, he's like a Frankenstein. This kid, I cannot believe, I cannot believe, I cannot believe he makes 147. This kid is fucking muscular, big and strong. And then when I tell both of them, Bobby, when you guys fight? Oh, next week. And I'm like, bro, how the fuck did he
Well,
wait, bro?
let me ask something now that you mentioned that his last fight was at 154, so I gotta pass this back to Marquez.
Yeah.
What was the deal? Are you gonna continue at 154? You going back to 147, or was this just a one fight deal because you couldn't find no opponents?
No, I mean, I feel I can do both weights. It's just 154 is a comfortable weight cut, for as of right now, But as we move up, if I can still make 47 down the line, then I'll go down. But I want to say it's thanks to Dominic's diet, Dominic's got me into that, so
Yeah.
we work with each other on it.
Little brother
Listen.
for him and all that help him cut weight.
I want to ask y'all about split T management. I know I got a lot of great friends that box professionally that are with split T management, so I know you're in good hands. Can you start with Dominique? Tell us the experience and how you even got mixed up with split T management. Then we'll pass it to Marquez and let him get his thoughts on it.
Well, split T, we actually they reached out to Marcus. They actually found Marcus in the Olympic trials, and they were watching him out there. Tim Van Nieuwhouse was the one that spotted him out there, and they didn't know I was thinking about going pro or turning pro, so they signed Marcus first, and
you were doing Golden Gloves right before the pandemic.
Yeah, I wasn't planning on going pro yet because I was still doing the Golden Gloves. I just won state Golden Gloves, and then the nationals got shut down because COVID, and we didn't know how long that was going to take. So I wanted to make that jump to pros, and since then, they've been handling us right.
What about you, Marquez?
Yeah, there's a lot of great fighters signed with them. It's a big family with Split T. But everything's been going good so far, and happy with how everything's gone and where it's going.
You know my biggest critique on y'all? My biggest huge critique? Y'all gonna laugh. Who the hell does your damn pictures, bro?
What's that?
What do you mean?
Man, your posters and stuff like that, they make y'all look 20 years older.
Oh man. We've heard that before. We heard that. That's funny.
Hey, that's my biggest critique right there.
Yeah. That's a good critique, right?
I told you y'all was gonna laugh about it, man. So Marquez, how did y'all land up in Pro Box though?
We were actually trying a few different things, when I was looking to go pro, because Dominic, when did you turn pro? I only had one fight, right?
Yeah, you only had one.
Yeah,
so a couple months after you.
Right. So we were looking at like different training camps, and moving around the country, just sparring and doing whatever. And so Pro Box was like just getting started, and we tried out there, and it's just like it kind of was meant to be. It was so close, and everybody was we all got along so well, me and my brother and my dad and everybody in Pro Box, and that's where we went.
They always tell us a story about they said that they were looking for fighters to sign and like to reach out to train, and they noticed they're like, so what are the top fighters in Florida? And somebody said the Valle Brothers, and they're like, yeah, they're good. So they put them. They
put like stars by our name.
Mark circled their name and like put stars by our name, and then he forgot about that. Like he was like just went on with whatever, and Marcus went to the Eastern qualifiers, and actually a good friend, Steven Galliano, he was there and he was watching Marcus, and he was like, this dude is a machine, and he was like, oh, what's his name? And he was like, oh, he actually has a brother, and he was like, it's Marcus Valle, and he was like, I have them circled, and not like I'm hearing only good things about them. So Split T reached out to them and reached out to Asa because they knew Asa, Coach Asa, and
yeah. But remember, I sparred Cecil with Asa. That's where I actually first met Asa. Mark wasn't there though. I sparred with one of his fighters, Cecil, another good friend, and he was talking to my dad. He was like, "Man, this kid's good." And that's when Mark was like, "Yeah, I circled their names." And then that's when we kind of, he started introducing us to Pro Box and what it was all about, and that's how everything started there.
The good thing is the good thing is, guys, that you guys. Well, I guess you also sported Undisputed Promotions, also correct? Because I believe that's where I seen you fight one time, right?
Yeah,
As,
Dominic.
as an amateur, yeah. I won the only fight I've done there. So yeah.
Yeah. So, Mark, I know Mark for a long time, and me and Mark was just chopping it up one day. Ace is a great guy. By the way, your father, big ups to your father. Every time you guys are sparring, your father's there. Your father's part of everything, man, and
Thank
that's
you, thank you.
that's a great thing. So much big ups to him. Um, Remember he was I got these two boys. Really, when they told me who they are, I was like, bro, those kids are fucking freaks of nature. The motherfuckers, they come to fight, But my thing is always been is how you guys look like. Christopher's not a small guy. Christopher's a very muscular guy,
Yeah.
and the little boy, I get the little. The little one is like fucking big and tall and strong, and I'm saying to myself, fuck, how the fuck he makes weight? But you guys keep making weight.
That's
I think
discipline.
that is discipline. That is much discipline, and you have a great team also. That it's also about that. Mark doesn't play that bullshit, and Asa either. So
Right.
Asa's my boy. You know what I'm saying? He's always that's my boy, man. I give much respect to them. You guys, I've seen that guys spar a couple of times here and there, and yeah, guys always come, and it's like yeah, guys don't do no fucking 3 or 4 rounds and get no, do 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like,
Yep.
fuck, bro. Any minute now, guys. You just what the fuck that. Very impressive. You guys are very impressive.
Nah, thank you, thank you.
Coach.
I mean, that's what that's what our trainers and my dad, that's what they tell us. This isn't a game. If you're in it, you gotta be in it all the way.
Hey,
Absolutely.
I'd like to ask y'all both a question though, man. How was the experience, man? Because I know y'all went down to the Robert Garcia gym and had some work over there. I mean, how was that experience?
It was really good. There was a lot of fighters over there. Obviously a lot of great fighters, but for me, I was actually the first day I got in there. Like when I flew in, Dominic actually came out there too. He came out a couple days after though. And the day I landed, I walked in, set my bags down, sat on the couch to watch some TV. And the first day, they were like, "Huh, you'd be good sparring for Jose." I was like, "All right." And they were like, "Okay, you're gonna spar. You're gonna spar today. That's fine." I was like, "That's cool." So we ended up doing like we did because he had a couple guys, so they put him first or somebody else first, and they put me. And then they were like surprised with like how I was doing. So they were like, "Well, we're actually gonna use you." For I think we did like 8 straight, and they were like, we want you to do to work with him straight. So
That was for the Victor Pastel fight.
yeah, because they said they needed somebody tall.
Yep.
Yeah, that was Ramirez. You spar Ramirez. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I actually heard about that from the grapevines. You
Yeah.
actually impress. In order for you to impress the Garcias, first of all, they have a great stable. I
Mhm.
mean, they have top notch. Even their amateurs are like badass.
Yes.
Yep.
And I heard from the grapevine, you went over there and you impressed the fuck out of these people. And it's hard to
Yeah.
impress them, but you impressed them. So that was a great thing.
man,
Yeah, they were very impressed.
my
They were.
channel,
What's that?
he's Coach Nelson. You ain't got to bite your tongue. You know my channel's unfiltered, bro.
No, yeah, they Robert was actually like very vocal about it. He told me that like he's like you're very good, and he was telling me like we need you for not only for Jose. Then he had me sparring with other guys at 154 and 160. So they were, and that's when I was 147. I was like that was earlier. That was 2 years ago I think. So I was more of a natural 147. It wasn't as hard. So I was walking around that. Because funny story, I was walking around like 155 because it was the pandemic, and they're like, we don't know when you're gonna fight, so just be ready, and you get the call, and you got to fight. So I was like, all right. So I was just, doing the camps and staying ready. And I was, I was just walking around like shredded, like 10 pounds overweight for months.
What about you, Dominique? How was your experience over there at that Garcia gym, bro?
It was good. I mean, when I went out there, the sparring is always good. That's probably the main thing that I noticed about that place is just the sparring and sparring and sparring. Um, Great experience for everybody. I mean, pretty much the whole time I was out there, I was sparring Jesse Bam Rodriguez. So I mean, that was the work I was getting out there, and that was great work. I mean, I loved working with him. I loved that whole experience out there. Just I like to test to see where I'm at. I want to be in there with top guys. I want to be with top prospects to see where I
Get
place.
different looks.
Yeah, and I always place pretty high. So I mean, I'm happy. I loved it.
And I got to revert to this. I got to touch on this subject, man. I can't leave this alone, man. His last fight, Marquez. I know you heard what I said on my video, bro.
Yeah.
Man, what the hell was up with that ref, bro?
I don't know. I mean, from the outside, it looked like, oh no, that was way too quick. But being in the ring, you see different things. You see, like, you kind of get a better feel of emotions and stuff. Yes, I agree that it was way too early, to stop it. Like, give both of us a chance, to show what we got. Maybe he comes back, maybe, whatever.
Well, he wants to come back, but go ahead.
But I mean, he asked him to stop holding multiple times, and then he took the point. And I mean, whether you speak the language or not, you when a ref stops and steps in front of you and says, like, whether you see what he's saying or not, you know what's going on, So as soon as he said that, yeah, and then right away he grabbed me. So and then as soon as he grabbed me, I was like man, it's about to be over. I can see it, and you see in the video, you see my face. I'm like, damn,
Yeah, because that's what I'm getting to, man. That I know you would have rather have finished breaking them down because you was breaking them down. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. And I know you wanted to get the opportunity to go ahead and finish breaking them down and get them out of there on your terms.
Yeah, I mean, it's always, I mean, it's kind of dumb, but to a boxer, it's not. That record, it means a lot. How I had that little streak going, and it ruins it, but it's not that big of a deal. But to me, it kind of hurts.
He fucked it up, man.
It hurts.
Listen, man, I'm not even gonna say it for the streak, man, because and I said this on the video, and I'll say it again, man. I think that the way you stop fighters, and I watch a lot of film, the way you stop fighters, you're not rushing to knock them out. You're doing it the right way. You're working behind your jab. You're breaking them down methodically and with a lot of patience. So I don't think it affects somebody like you if you had a streak of knockouts or not,
Mm-hmm.
But I gotta ask you, younger brother, man, what you think of that stoppage, bro? Man, I know you was pissed, bro. Come on.
I was tight. I mean, you see it though. You see, Marcus got a different type of power, like something I've never seen. Like I watch boxing too. I mean, I'm a fan of boxing also, but he's got a different type of power. He's hit people with jabs, and you see the expression in their face, and any confidence they have just go out the window. Like his strength and his presence in the ring is something else.
The fucking both of y'all freak of nature, bro. The fuck, you guys are fucking strong. Make weight, and the next following fucking day, you guys are fucking boom. You know what I mean? And me and Cano talk about it. I said, man, me and him were talking, and we're like, bro, these kids, bro, it's like they transform. I don't know what the fuck, and I know for a fact there's other networks right now trying to hit y'all guys up. I know you guys are Pro Box and marking them, which is they're doing a phenomenal job. But I know right now, 126 division is opening up big time. Everybody that was basically in 126 has moved up.
Yep.
You got Capo Gonzalez that just moved up. You got who has Navarrete just moved up.
Yep.
What is this other guy's name? Blue Nose just moved up from 126 up. And then you have also your boy Cano, your boy, what's his name? Ay Dios mío.
My boy.
One with the gold beard. What's the name?
Abraham?
Nova.
Oh, Nova, yeah. Abraham
Nova moved up also. So now the fights 126, they're gone.
And Nova should have been moved up, man. He was, man, bro. I'll leave that alone. He was that was sack, man. No, he wasn't making weight right, man.
That's gonna be a good fight. That's a good fight between him and Nova and Blue Nose, man. That's a fucking hell of a great fight. Both of them, coming out on loss. You know what I'm saying? But they both good fighters. Yeah, they're hungry. I mean, Blue Nose got, they stole the fight from Blue Nose with Dog Bay, just like they did with Christopher. Fucking, he beat the shit out of Dog Bay, and they fucking give it to him. They're like, fuck, unbelievable.
Hey, coach, let me give you a fun fact, man. When Abraham Nova fights again, man, watch the mascot. He's gonna have my championship belt around his waist. He got my belt. I personally mailed it to him. For real.
That's history. That's history right there.
Bro, man, he gonna have my belt around his waist, bro. That's kind of Loco, bro. That's that real, you know. But hey, man, I like. Hey, listen, bro. Look, K-Rod says, Marquez, when the time comes for you to face the killers at 154, I would like to see you and Trayvon Marshall and Joey Spencer go at it. Those fights are flames. Joey Spencer's fighting Jesus Ramos next, so you might as well scratch Joey Spencer out because I do not believe he's gonna be Jesus Ramos. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. I got a whole different name, but I ain't gonna mention it. But Marquez, what you think, bro?
Those are good fighters. There's a lot of prospects coming up. Especially at 154. It's 154 is getting a lot bigger. And it used to be like mainly 47, like prospect wise. A lot of 154 prospects coming up, and I'm just excited to see the direction it goes and who stays going up and who falls off.
Listen, man, Dominique, man.
What's going on?
I ain't gonna lie, bro. I like his style a lot. Marquez, I love your style too, but this damn Dominique, man, can box his motherfucking ass off, man. Where do you see his years, bro?
Say it again.
Where do you see your career in about 2 years? I don't like to go with a year or a short term. I like to do a 2 years so you can maybe have something mapped out because you got to take your time as well. Yeah.
I mean, that's what I like about pro box. I mean, we're taking our time. I think we're doing it the old school way. A lot of people want to jump to make the big jump and I'm top prospect, and they're trying to show like
they try to talk their way into it.
Yeah, they're trying to talk their way. They're trying to jump too fast. I know that pro box is taking us up the right way, like old school boxing. That's the way they've always done it. Take it up the right way. You showcase your skills on every level, and I mean, in 2 years, I see me for sure in the top 10 at 126. If not fighting for a title, definitely being close to a title shot.
And Marquez, you're definitely somebody I would never get in there and spar with. You hit too damn hard. I would like to know where you see your career in 2 years.
I'm just trying to keep moving up. Like Dominic said, pro box is moving us good. I want to keep moving up. And be. Because it's hard to say because all these guys that are with the titles and everything, they're kind of, I don't want to say on their way out right now, but it's just gonna be hard timing with me coming up because I only got 7 fights still. So when
154, I'm sorry, 154 is stacked up there. That's a weight class there that not only have speed, also got fucking power. You got Erickson Nubin there. That was with Pro Box also. You got a few motherfuckers, Charlos in there. Not only they can hit, but they can box. You got both. I honestly think with you, Bobby. I think with you, and once again, man, Mark, he's been around the game a long time, and I see the way you guys box and use everything with the jab, and he's gonna guide you the right way. Asa, your dad. Mark, all these guys, they're guiding you guys the right way, and you're tall for 154. You're fucking tall. I mean, not taller than Fundora, but fuck, you're tall for 154.
Man, he's tall.
Yeah, really
don't
fucking
say that.
tall.
Don't say that, Marquez. I think you beat him, though. I don't like Fundora, bro.
Hey, man.
Stand Fundora, bro. Anyway,
listen, for me as a fighter, I beat everybody. I beat everybody at 154.
I'm just saying, man. I'm just like, look, man. I just want to know how y'all got different styles, man. How did that come about? Y'all brothers, man. How y'all?
It's weird. I mean, we both were drawn to boxing because the fighting aspect. When it comes to destruction, we have a different way. But we both come in the ring to do that. Is just destroy. I mean, I think mine was more. It's more like the fighters we like to watch. I mean, I watched Floyd. I watched a lot of Coro. I watched a lot of these boxers, Lomachenko, and took pieces from them. And then when you would look at Marcus's browser history on YouTube, it'd be Triple G, Tito Trinidad,
Trinidad.
Tyson. He's always had that he's going in there to even his jab is going to be like a right hand, and I like the sweet science a little bit more.
Yeah, another thing that I with the holding, right? With my last fight, I want to say that my in the amateurs, that was a big problem, like in the nationals. Like as soon like it's the same thing. I always seen it like with like
It's not nothing to do to him.
yeah, nah, for real, bro. I started feeling like nationals in the middle of that fight. I was like, damn, here we go again. But like when I would land a jab, first jab that lands clean, like I see like oh shit, and then they start holding. So they took a lot of points from my opponents in the nationals that I went to, because I went to a couple. I went and I would always end up in the finals, but it was always the same story, same story.
See, the only reason I harp on it, man, and I understand that there was holding going on. But I know the game. I'm in the game. Like Coach Nelson and I have been to venues together. We've done things together before, man. It's just like I just felt the referee was too quick on it, man. Like, if you watch the fight again on replay, man, when he warmed him, the very first thing he did was a barely a touch, a hold.
Mm-hmm.
That was it, bro. And I'm like, nah, bro. Now that was just being too extra to me, man. I understand that he can't excessively hold, but it was just too rush of a judgment to me, man.
Right. Yeah. I mean, it was only round 2. I mean, I'm thinking if he's still holding that like by like round 4, like by then, yeah, you can stop it, but I know you got to give it at least, even if it's not for the other fighter, you got to give at least Marcus a chance to give the crowd what they want to see.
Yeah, and I was, my brain was moving. When he started doing that, I was like, okay. If this is gonna be his new plan, I gotta adjust to this. I gotta adjust to do what I gotta do to do my job. So, as soon as my mind started like moving to adjust, I seen the ref like, okay, point, and he started kind of like breaking the momentum a little bit. Not knocking the ref at all, but started like killing the momentum, and then took the point.
You got both of you guys have a large fan base behind you too, and,
right?
People come to see you guys, and then all of a sudden it sucks. That's what this is something that me and Cano been doing for a minute with having fighters here. We had a few fighters here, and a lot of people is we have something called "Don't Believe the Hype," and the thing is that there's some fighters that you see. Man, they talk this game. They ain't Instagram, they ain't Twitter, they ain't everything talking this game. Yeah. You guys are the opposite. You guys are fucking quiet, and then when you come to spar, there's a fucking problem.
And that's something we've always said. Like everybody wants to make a name on Instagram, and they want to do that. We don't talk. We don't say much, and we want to do it the old school way. When there was no social media, like we show the fans what we can do in the ring, because at the end of the day, that's what matters. And we all we want to do is show the world how good of boxers we are, not how much we could talk, not how much we could sell ourselves. It's the fighting aspect that's I feel like drifted away from boxing that people love to see, and that's going to war. That's putting your hands tight and giving the fans what they want to see.
Oh, y'all ain't got to worry about talking, man. I do all the talking, bro. Don't worry about that.
So I got a question for both. I got a question for both of y'all. So me and Cano have spoken to a few fighters, Orlando, Florida based, people that needs to be known, fighters that are trying to make it out there. What I'm saying? Just get your voice heard. When do you think a fighter should get when you think the time? And of course, is whenever your manager tells you or your coach says, hey, listen, but like a step-up fight. You don't want to be fighting these bumps constantly, because then they're gonna be like, otra vez. So when do you think you guys will be like, or your trainers will be like, hey, listen, that's a little step-up fight. When do you think a fighter should do that?
Me, I now that I'm getting into the 8-rounders, at least I think I am. That's where I want to shine. because you're not gonna have many like bums, taking 8 round fights that are, like I want good opponents to so I can showcase what I got over those 8 rounds, if or 8 or even 10, whatever it is.
Right.
With
It,
that's
it's
when the
hard.
step up comes.
Yeah, it's hard to say when like when I want to step up or when I think it's a step up, because I mean everybody they showed us. I mean, me and Marcus haven't said no. We haven't turned nobody down. Every time they're like, we got a new opponent or this you guys' opponent. Um, we say you guys deal with all that. Me and Marcus come to fight. I mean, whenever you guys think that it's time to make a step up, it's time to make a step up. I mean, we're ready now, but we understand that there's a business behind boxing and it's done a certain way. But I mean, as soon as the
That's what's
coaches
up.
and the promoters are ready, we're ready.
And
Well,
even
That's what's up.
Dominic's debut. Remember your debut? That was it your debut or your second fight? He had a guy that they gave us. It was like a lot of losses, and we were like, no, find somebody else. Like
Yeah. I don't want.
we
I
don't
don't
want
want to set
that.
up the record. So I was like, they're like,
Michael
no, this is the way.
Gaxiola.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like, no, this is the way it has to be done, though. And I was like, all right. I mean, I guess, but he's somebody like hasn't really been stopped. So I mean, I stopped him. So that's what they. I think that's what they wanted to see. But I mean, I'm
This
Right.
is
ready
And
to step up.
one
this
thing is one thing. Go ahead,
ProBox.
Cano.
I said I got to give ProBox credit though, because this one thing I love about ProBox is they do pretty good matchmaking. They
Yeah.
generally bring you a nice level opponent every time. Anytime I've seen a ProBox event, it's been that way.
Yeah.
You know,
hmm
like
100%.
Najee Lopez has been fighting great opponents as well. Like that's what I see about that. But go ahead, Coach.
One thing is it's exactly what you were just saying too. It comes to a point where, um, you want to see fighters like for instance, you guys are up and coming superstars, man. And Puerto Rico right now needs good fighters. Right now, um, there's people not making weight. There's people fighting guys that aren't C fighters or D fighters,
Yep.
and things like that.
Yep.
But what I'm trying to say is that you guys and I worked with Gary, what I'm saying, so I know how Gary is. Gary definitely doesn't sugarcoat shit, what I'm
Yep.
saying.
Yep.
He's gonna put you to the test. He did it with Joan Guzman, he did it with Claudio Morero, Juan Carlos Payano, Lenny
Yep.
Castillo. He put him to the test. Even he give you a good fight, so but he also put you to the test. He's not gonna put someone there that is overpowering, but he wants to see what you're about. So I respect that very much, and that's what makes interesting the fights. You don't want to have a guy saying that he's the best of the best when he has a guy that he's fighting that has fucking like 50 losses. You know what I'm saying? Dude
right. You
got
want to
50
earn it.
losses,
You
but
want to earn it.
you consider yourself the best 147, 154, and then and this is the thing too that I see here in Orlando. Well, in Orlando is that it's hard to fight friends, man. You don't want to fight friends, and that's understandable. But you made a perfect comment, Papi. Meaning, this is a fucking business. This is a hurt business.
Yep.
If I'm at 140, and I'm saying I'm the best motherfucker 140 or 147, 154, and you also, and the fight pops up, make it happen. Why
Yeah.
not?
We
Yeah.
got to see who's
Sometimes
better.
you gotta protect. Sometimes you gotta protect the fighter, and I understand that. But then again, don't go around, and this is what I don't believe the hype is don't say you're the best and you're willing to fight the best. And when an opponent comes, I see fighters be like, "Oh, how tall is he? He fights lefty or righty? Or
Yeah.
oh, what
Yep.
color he is? Does he throw? Oh my God!
Yep.
Like, dude, like
Yeah.
You got
you guys
fighters even
see stuff
asking
like
for
that.
MMA fighters.
Yeah.
Yeah, MMA exactly. When you have MMA fighters fighting in boxing events, listen, I respect it. If you have a debut or whatever,
Yep.
but I seen boxing matches where the guy goes through a jab and it's just like oh shit, like it's
Yeah.
not
Right.
even a jab. It's like get away from me.
It's like you
And
said. It's
those
like
are
you
the
said.
things.
The prospects are there's a lot of prospects that are selling themselves on the like with a brand behind them. It's like they there's a lot of prospects that aren't talked about. I think everybody here at Pro Box, I no doubt we're all going to be top 10 contenders. No, there's no doubt in my mind. Everybody here at Pro Box is coming for that spot, and everybody there works hard. They work hard for that spot, but a lot of them are looked over for the just because that's the way boxing is. That's the way boxing is.
Bro, I try, and I got a lot on my channel. I try to bring a lot of awareness to a lot of these boxers that nobody talks about. I've got a whole catalog full of that, man, and you know that's what I'm trying to push. And you know, me and Coach Nelson, we're real close friends. We decided to merge together and do this and start bringing the Florida fighters on here as well, man. Because we know we're all from Florida. We're all living in Florida right now. So I mean, and by the way, for the ones that y'all don't know, they live in Tampa Bay, right next to my sponsor, you know, Dorian Velez from DV Tracksuits, you know. So yeah, they doing a lot of good work and stuff like that, man. But what I was gonna say is, man, if there's these boxers that don't want to fight their friends, bro, I don't want nothing to do with them, bro. Nothing, bro. If I'm boxing, man, and you my friend and you boxing, man, and we can get this bag together. Bro, we better get in here and fight, bro. Let's make this bag together. We can go down there and have a Coke afterwards if you want.
Exactly.
Man, we may. I ain't gonna lose, but I mean, yeah. I mean, we can make it happen.
Sometimes the money, and I understand this is a business, and you know, I've been doing this for fucking 20 years, and I see the in and out, and it has to make sense. Also, make money. You don't want to fuck up somebody's record that is coming up. But then again, age is also a factor, gentlemen. When you're 27, 28, 29 years old, and you're 3-0, 4-0, then you know you got to step up your game because you know you got a short period of time. Now, when you got
for sure.
You know, you got some people, and I'm just gonna bring them up, you know, out of respect. Christopher Diaz, man, he's 29 wins and 4 losses. He's only 27 years old, 28 years old. You know what I'm saying? That's a big fucking record. You know, but then you got some guys that are 28 years old with only fucking 4 or 5 fights, and they still want to be baby. Man, in boxing, when you hit 32, 33, they consider you old because you got guys like you guys coming up, and you want to fuck up everybody that comes in between.
That's what I say. Don't baby me. I mean, if you're gonna try to take me out, you know. But like I'm not trying to fool anybody, and I want to prove to myself more than anybody else that I could be a world champion, that I could dominate this sport the way I know I can.
Yeah, one thing I always hear is people say like, this person set me up, or they look for this guy to get me a loss, so it's their fault. They set me up. Nobody set you up. It's on you. You know what I mean? You bring me the guy, and I'm here to be at the top. You know, so it's not nobody setting nobody up. You want to be at the top. You need to fight anybody they put in front of you, and you need to beat them.
That's the good attitude to have it. You know, like you guys said early in the podcast was, you know, you let your manager and your coaches tell you when you're ready. You don't even know who you're fighting, but your coaches and your managers are taking care of it, and you know they're not gonna set you up for failure. So you're just getting ready to fucking fuck up someone. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be honest with you. There's one particular kid here, and not because I know him very well and his father, but I think Corey Marchman at 140, he is fucking a full house. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he has good boxing. I believe one of y'all sparred him before, right?
Yeah, dominant.
I spar him.
He's good.
Marchman's a great fighter. He's a great fighter.
Yeah. I think he's a great fighter. I think man, him and his father work hard, just like you guys. There's certain people here, and I'm just naming him. You know, he's a good fighter. He's strong. He can make 135, 140. He's like you guys, a freak of nature too. Can move back and forth and weight.
I give him hell every time I see him, though. I give him hell every time I see him. He always flashy with sunglasses and shit. I'm like, bro.
That's
confident.
He just be laughing. When I talk to him, he just laugh. He know I'm good. He know I'm messing with him.
Yeah.
Hey, another thing is you guys got another guy, man, that I know very well. His name is Blast. In your stable. That's a great. I'm gonna tell you something, man. Blast is something else. I seen him. I have put him up with some Cuban sparring, some guys that are from Cuba, you know, with amateur records and good. And let me tell you something, man. It's unbelievable with the things he does and what is he capable of doing. I think that's a great stablemate. He's a positive person, great person, humble person like you guys are.
Yep.
That's bad. That's another future world
That's
champion.
that's another thing that I'm saying. Like with Pro Box, like it's like everything was meant to be. Like I got it's very close to home. It's great trainers, great training, great promotion, and the sparring partners. Like somebody like Blast coming from the Olympics. That he's just there. Like that's not like okay, let's fly in this good sparring. Like he's there. You know.
Yep.
So it's great. It's great to get that great, not just good work, great work.
I'm gonna
Right.
do
Right.
something. I'm gonna do something here, man. We're gonna divert that attention, man, and we're gonna do something a little different. We're gonna put the prediction hat on y'all right now, and I'm gonna start with Dominique tomorrow night. Michel Rivera, Frank Martin. How do you see it playing out? Who you got? Then I'll go to Marquez.
That's good. I mean, two great fighters, two great prospects are coming up. I like Frank Martin. I like him. I like his style. I mean, I like the way he fights. If I had to make the edge, I give the edge to him.
Yeah,
Marquez.
yeah, same. And I mean, I don't know too much about the other one, but Frank Martin, yeah, he's a beast. So
The other one trades just a little bit south of y'all in Miami, man, with Luis Ortiz. But anyway, go ahead, Coach. Who you got in this fight, man?
I like Frank Martin. He's quick, got good boxing skills, but I think Michel Rivera has a little bit more knockout power than Frank. This guy Martin. Um, it's gonna be a good fight. It's gonna be a good fight. I'm just gonna go to Rivera on this one just because of the power.
I'm gonna go with Michel Rivera as well, but only because I've watched all of his fights and stuff. And to
that's the
me,
thing. I don't got too much knowledge on it. So
okay, this
that's my bad.
here now he can still lose, okay. But the thing about it is, and I did a breakdown on this, man. But I'll just do the short version, man. Uh, Rivera has a better boxing skills. He's longer, rangier. I think if he boxes Frank Martin and keeps him at the end of that jab and keeps him on the outside, he should be able to win this fight. Now, the caveat is that Frank Martin likes to, he's explosive. He's but mid range on in. If Michel allows him to get in there, then I think Frank Martin's gonna eat him alive, bro. That's how I see it. But I think Michel can box him though.
Yeah.
Now, real quick, let me say something. Why you guys and you got three
This
came up?
This cannot be a serious prediction, right?
No,
Martin by KO in 2, nah.
not in 2. I'm gonna say something though. I'm gonna say something. Not in what to knock out Rivera get knocked out in 2. That's what he said.
That's what he said. Yeah.
Well, the thing is that Rivera has been touched and he's been rocked bad. That's the only thing. So not in 2, but he's a suspect though in his chin.
Yes.
Now, real quick, right now, Elvis Rodriguez against Joseph Adorno.
Oh yeah.
I got Elvis. I'm sorry, I got Elvis, but let me go back to this Frank Martin thing, man. Yes, that is true, but for anybody to predict 2, when Frank Martin is one of those people, but one of those people now, he can do it, but it's not going to be in 2 because he's the type of fighter that likes to collect data. He doesn't start out quick. He waits, during the rounds to go ahead and get in gear. So for it to be in 2, I just do not see it. And by the way, I'm sorry, man. I know that Joseph Adorno been in your gym and all that, but he's not beating Elvis. I'm sorry, bro. Elvis gonna fuck his ass up, bro. I'm sorry.
What you guys think?
He got no filter.
What you boys think?
I haven't seen Elvis in a long time, but from when I did see him in his fights in the past, I mean he was really good,
Yeah.
And Adorno, I really haven't seen. I've seen maybe one fight, but so that's another one I can't really give a true prediction on. So
Yeah, I haven't watched too much of Adorno, but I mean, I've always been like just a boxer, like of myself. I've been a fan of the way Elvis fights. I like his style. I like his placement of punches. I've always liked to watch him, just to watch him and take pieces from him because he's a very technical boxer.
Coach, I'm almost knowing that you're gonna pick Joseph, but go ahead.
Well, actually, I know Elvis, and I worked with Joseph Adorno. Joseph Adorno, I'm gonna tell you something. I worked with him, and I know what he's made of. He does that got cracked, as you saw. Ortiz, he fought Ortiz, and he, you know, one shot, and he rocked the shit out of Ortiz. Um, he has the power shot. He could definitely. I think that he needs to work on a little bit more in his conditioning, because while the rounds go on, he seems to get a little bit tired. But I think it's a complete 50 and 50, because Elvis could, he likes to place his punches, like and then Eddie likes to place his punches. He got shot. And Adorno got shot too. So I think this fight is 50 and 50, man, to be honest with you. It's a great fight. And
Yeah, I
I'm
like it. I
actually
like that fight.
surprised that both of them took it, because these are two guys that are up and coming. And
I'm
Elvis,
surprised
like you said,
Adorno
again,
took it.
Elvis is good.
I'm surprised Adorno took it. I wasn't surprised by Elvis. Now, I hate to do that, man, but look, man, the dude, look, bro, it just is what it is, man. I just know too much, man. I'm gonna leave it there, man. I just can't. I don't trust him. I do not trust Adorno. That's just that simple, bro. I don't trust him.
Ever since he won the belt, I think he's been more serious to it. I think this is going to be a great fight. It's going to define both of their careers. If Adorno wins, this is a great win for him. If Elvis wins, this is a great win for him. They both
Yeah, that's
got
what I was
winning
gonna say.
records.
Yep.
Yeah, they both got some belts. So it's a great fight.
I will say this. I'll be happy if he proves me wrong, though. I'll be happy if he proves me wrong. I'm not gonna be
Hey,
mad at all. If he proves me wrong, I'll be happy as hell.
I'm
You
just
know?
I'm just waiting. I'm just waiting for the monsters that are right on top of here.
Oh
These
man.
guys here. I can't wait to see them in a title shot. I can't wait to see them in a title shot. I'm
Right?
a fan of. Look,
Listen,
listen, guys. I'm a fan of you. I'm
the
a fan of you guys.
the first round knockouts and the second round knockouts, they're fun, you know, and they're obviously, you know, we like them. But I would tell all my people, you know, all my family, my trainers, everybody, I cannot wait till people see what I'm all about as the rounds go on, you know, so they can truly see what I'm about. Like, you gotta they and that's another thing that hurt me in my last fight, you know, that when they stopped it and I'm taking off my gloves, I'm just like, I'm looking at the crowd, you know. It's not like, you know, a million people, but I see people that pay money and, you know, fans that, and I'm thinking about the people on TV that are watching me, you know, and it's just like, it hurts me, you know. I want to show what I worked so hard for months, you know.
Absolutely,
Listen,
absolutely.
I think both of y'all are gonna be fine. By the way, coach, I had to apologize to Marquez, man, about last week. I was like, bro. Yeah, and I blame my people that was watching the live, man, because I was doing the top 10 prospects.
Yeah.
And I was doing it off the top of my head, because you know how I do, Coach Nelson. I just do everything. I don't write nothing down, you know. And I'm sitting there asking the people that are watching the live, I'm like, man, help me out. Did I forget somebody? I feel like I'm forgetting somebody. Damn it.
Come
And
on, man.
it was,
It's gonna be hard to forget us pretty soon.
Yeah, it's
hey,
gonna be
but
hard. It's gonna be
it
hard.
wasn't done on purpose, though, man.
Nah, nah.
I do my lives, I do them off the top of my head. And I was like, damn, man. I said, I done did
And let
this
me
live.
tell you,
I forgot
they
about the
they
Valle Brothers and shit.
and they taking care of you guys, because when I asked Mark, hey Mark, me and Cano, blah blah blah. I couldn't make it for whatever reason. I had some things to do, but what I'm saying, they protect you guys very much as Cano is a great friend of mine, what's not. But Mark, I understand Mark. There's people. Mark is one of the few coaches that doesn't have Instagram, don't have Facebook, don't have nothing.
Yeah,
The
Yep.
guy, I
Old
think
school.
he very old school. You know
yeah,
what I'm saying? He don't like that social media thing, and he doesn't follow none of that.
yeah. We put our
So
head down. We
he
work.
does, yeah. So with him is the only time you could get to see Mark is when Mark, if you know Mark. And one more thing I would like to say is, Edgar. I know Edgar since a long time ago, before he became Edgar Berlanga. Whatever. He was a Mark. I told Edgar. I told Edgar, why? Why leave? You know what I'm saying? Why? What I'm saying? I know he wanted to try something different or what's or not, and whatever. But if it's not broken, you don't gotta fix it. Let it stay. Let it be.
Yep.
Yeah.
And if they do return one day, perfect click. Mark knows him like
Yeah,
his own son since he's been a kid.
Right.
Mark gets along great with his father and everything in between. Of course, I know what happened, and that's nobody's business, of course, unless you know. But I would like to see. This is my behalf. I'm not saying this is happening now. I'm saying on my behalf, I would like to see Edgar back on Mark. Right? Honestly speaking, um, Rose was a great coach with him too, also and everything. But I think Mark has more of a father figure to him too, because
They know
when
each
he was there,
other. Yeah,
I
they
believe
know each other.
I believe Mark can get the boxing that he used to showcase when he was an amateur. I think Mark can get that back out of him that he's not
yes,
displaying right now. That's my critique on him. But I've known
100%
about him
right.
anyway. I know everything too, Coach Nelson. But I just speak on what some things I just don't speak on, man. They don't need to be spoken on the airwaves and stuff like that. But look, I want to go ahead and give Dominique and Marquez a chance to give some last words and also let them know where they can follow you on social media. Dominique, I'll start with you.
I mean,
Why you always gotta start with Dom? What was? Is it because he was here first?
He's
I
a
was
little
gonna say,
kid. He's a younger one.
Nah, man, he's gotta get some tough love.
Hey, that's because you're in New York. You want to start first, Marquez?
nah, go ahead, you start first. You start
Oh, well,
first.
my bad. All right, so what was it? All right, you can follow me on Instagram, Marcus Valle, first name, last name, that's it. And yeah, I mean, I got my next fight in February, so we're gonna be fighting. We're gonna be trying to be a lot more active next year. So it's gonna be me, both of us. We're gonna be fighting back to back. That's the plan, injuries, whatever. But you never know what could happen. But we're gonna try to be fighting back to back to back. So it's gonna be we're gonna be climbing the ladder next year for sure.
Amen
Real
to
fast,
that.
real fast. Yeah, yeah. I mean, closing remarks. I mean, all I gotta say is, people might not know now, but they will for sure. Um, you know, we're coming. We're coming ready, but humbly, and we get in the ring. We let the fighting do the talking. I mean,
Not on Instagram.
yeah,
We
no,
got a problem staying on social media. They got a problem with training. So I think we got the better side.
Hey, man, my man Major Key Boxing wanted to ask y'all if y'all ever been around Coach Gabriel Lamustis.
nah, we
Nah,
haven't.
nah.
All right. I just wanted to get that out there, man, before I, let y'all go. I didn't want to leave the audience without question and stuff like that, man. Look, man,
Yeah.
I greatly appreciate y'all coming
No,
on.
man. Thank you.
Yeah, I appreciate you for having us.
I look forward to seeing y'all again, but I want to see y'all again when y'all used to come out when you both fought on the same card, bro. That's what I
That's
like.
that's coming. That's
Yeah.
coming soon. That's
Yeah.
coming soon. Don't worry about it. Don't worry.
Yo,
January
bro.
25th, my next fight. So I mean, that's what we're getting ready for right now.
Yes, indeed, man. Hopefully in Florida, man, because
It will be in Florida. It will be in
I'll
Florida.
be there then. Shit, that's no problem. I'll be there, man.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Me too. Me too.
Yo,
No, I know y'all be there. Support.
Coach, man, you got any last words, man?
Well, first thing is first. I want to first of all, Cano, tell you thank you for having me in your show. The Valle Brothers for coming on the show. Big shout out to you guys. You guys are doing phenomenal. Not only I follow you guys, but I'm also a fan of you guys.
I appreciate
I
that.
want to see you do great. You got the great. You have a great team behind you. Um, people also that want to follow me. I'm in Instagram with Coach Nelson. Also, I own a gym, Legacy Fitness, in Winter Park. Anybody wants to come and try it out. It's for free. More than welcome to. You already know.
That's what it is. That's what it is, man. Hopefully everybody smash the like button. Y'all already know this is brought to you by CL Management, JM Management, DV Tracksuits. Shout out to the mighty ldbc. Cano Logo Sports. We out, man.
Later.
I'll see y'all soon.